love it because it's about connecting.
Tonight is Dark Side of the Ring.
His wrestling wasn't even that great.
Brutus Beefcake. Please allow me to be your eyes and ears for this broadcast.
Hello, I'm Nasty Boy Brian Knob,
Here we
one
go.
half of the Nasty Boys, and I know Brutus Beefcake back in the 80s. Like in our era, it was like rock star, like the Rolling Stones or something. That's one of the reasons I got in the business.
Beefcake was a rock star right along with everybody on the WWF roster. People would recognize you no matter where you went. I'm B. Brian Blair, and many of you know me as one half of the Killer Bees, and I had so many matches with Brutus the Barber Beefcake that I can't count them all. Beefcake is a muscular guy, basically, with a nice butt.
That's why they call me the Beefcake, because I had the beefcakes.
He's pointing his beefcakes. Definitely sizable. Gluteus Maximus.
God gave me one hell of a body. I'm going to show it off. I gotta say it, brother. That was the best looking thing they'd ever walk through their doors that I had on TV.
Look at you, sex pistol over there. Shut up.
That's what my wife says. She goes, "You're the best looking wrestler." I don't care what anybody says.
You know, watching all of this stuff, like, I full on got all this stuff. Like, I'm such a wrestling fan. Like, this is not fake.
I started watching wrestling on Sunday mornings. One morning, out comes this guy, and I just... my eyes spun, like hubba hubba. My name is Missy. I'm the wife of Brutus the Barber Beefcake. It was like tunnel vision. Like, I am in love with this friggin' guy. Who is he?
The first time I met Missy in 1986, Boston Gardens, she snuck in the backstage area and she come running over and yelling, "I love you, I love you." I was like a little taken back at that point going, "Oh my God, this girl's beautiful."
So how did you reconnect with Brutus after all these years?
Huge wrestling fan, internet dating, you know, you meet guys online, and, oh, what do you like? Oh, I like wrestling. So I was talking to this one guy, I'm telling him, you know, my Brutus Beefcake story, and he says, "Oh, Beefcake lives in Winchester." What? I'm in Quincy, hello? So I texted him, and I said, I want you to know that I'm a huge Brutus Beefcake fan, and it's been a fantasy of mine to sleep with you.
Ooh.
And I just wanted to know if you thought that was possible. The phone, ring, 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 ring.
Hello, yeah, can we meet?
It was pretty exciting, but I wanted it just to be like a one and done. I didn't think, you know, anything was going to happen from that. He kept calling. When we started dating, he'd say, "I'm your friend. I'm your best friend." And I used to say, "I don't want a best friend. I just want somebody to love me." And then fast forward, I realized a friend is the best thing that you can have. If Brutus calls you a friend, it's huge, huge. The base of all of his goodness comes from there.
It's a friendship from his childhood in Tampa, Florida that leads Ed Leslie into wrestling. While Ed will become Brutus Beefcake, his childhood friend Terry Bollea will transform into the wrestling icon Hulk Hogan.
Me and Hulkster grew up 8 blocks apart. We were all in the same circles, same high schools. He was in a rock and roll band, playing a bass guitar. And I see him and his buddies all at the beach. They called it Mad Beach. I was just a young punk kid hanging around. I'm the kid that would quit. I always came back. I always showed up. They couldn't get rid of me. One day, Hogan says, "Guys, I'm going to try to break in the wrestling business." That was his deal. He was a rock and roller and wanted to be a wrestler. So the phone rings. "Hey, kid, want to be a wrestler?" So we start working out twice a day, 6 days a week in our little homemade gym. And after like 12, 14 months, we were both monsters.
Terry gets the opportunity to train professionally with the legendary Hiro Matsuda, and then shares what he learns with Ed.
Terry was getting stretched in the dungeon, and it was very, very difficult. You fight for your life and survive, or you run out without your clothes. Whereas Beefcake was just basically tossed straight from the street to the ring. He was very fortunate that he had a great friend like Hulk Hogan who nurtured him and did everything he could to put him in the ring with the right talent to get him to first base.
Well, a lot of people don't know me because I'm relatively new to the business. I've just come into the scene, recently.
Terry helps Ed break into the industry by making him his tag team partner. Living together out of a van in Pensacola, the two are inseparable.
Whatever Hulk was doing, Brutus was right there, and Brutus was always just his ride or die.
We were friends. We were bonded. Friends to the end. People would always say, you must be brothers. And we finally said, I think it's time just to say, okay, yeah, we're brothers. And go with it. Our gimmick was we were bigger and stronger and better looking than everybody.
The Hulk and his brother Eddie Boulder will be right.
That's what we did, the Boulder Brothers. A bunch of different names where we were brothers.
Dizzy Hogan, the brother of Hulk Hogan.
And Terry Funk. He named me Dizzy. He just like, you're Dizzy.
Making a lot of money and everything,
Why was he dizzy?
Kind of like a male valley girl, if you will.
Play with it a little bit, count it once in a while. Dizzy Hogan.
While Terry was going off to stardom, he always had Brutus right behind him.
After lighting up the territories, Hulk makes the jump to the WWF and soon becomes the face of Vince McMahon's empire.
Hogan was over in WWF from the minute he got there. I mean, the immortal Hulk Hogan. I mean, it goes down in history, probably having the biggest career in wrestling ever.
Struggling to gain traction as Dizzy Hogan, Ed gets the opportunity of a lifetime to step into a new gimmick conceived by Vince's wife, Linda.
Linda has this Beefcake name in her head. Hulk, he says, what about Brutus? Like Brutus and Popeye. What about Brutus Beefcake? And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, oh my God, here's my chance to wrestle in Madison Square Gardens, and my name is going to be Brutus Beefcake. I couldn't even say it without giggling and laughing, and I was going to be Brutus Beefcake the Chippendale. So I came out with spandex. I had a bow tie with rhinestones. I dropped about 25 pounds, dyed my hair black, and cut it real short, and walked in to Vince's office in this outfit, and Vince nearly fell out of his chair and said, oh my God, how can this not make money?
Brutus Beefcake.
Beefcake was a very colorful guy, but he was an average worker.
What's he gonna do off the rope? Oh!
When they put Brutus with Greg Valentine, who's one of the premier technical wrestlers ever in this business, solid, believable, hardcore, it just really helped Beefcake learn how to work. Beefer, to his credit, adapted very, very well. He was really finally understanding the art of the business.
He was green, but he was good. I could see the potential. I'm Greg the Hammer Valentine, WWE Hall of Famer. I was Brutus the Barber Beefcake's tag team partner. Not only did we draw money, but we had a lot of fans that cheered the bad guys, the heels, and they loved us. Brutus was a chick magnet. I mean, I could get girls that wanted to, but we're talking about Brutus.
Boston is our town, Hammer!
He talks too much sometimes.
The fabulous Moon.
Look at that face. Look at the face on her.
He gets on a whim, and I go, shut up, man. No, but we were a perfect combination back then. The match made in dream team heaven.
Our matches were incredible. The people went nuts over them. That was the point where we knew, like, we made it, brother.
Tag team champions.
After almost 3 years of success as the Dream Team, The decision is made to split the pair and for Brutus to become a colorful new character.
They hand me this white cosmetology jacket and then give me a pair of scissors and say, "Now you're the barber." What do you mean, I'm the barber? Don't you think you maybe should have given me a little warning? First thing I do is go into the dressing room and just start breaking everything I could find. Finally, somebody went and found Hulk. So you better go find Beefcake. He lost it. He's tearing the place up. So he comes in. "What's going on?" I said, "What's going on? This is what's going on. I quit. This is bullshit. What does a barber do in wrestling?" He says to me, "What if you use the sleeper hold and put your opponents asleep? You get the scissors and you cut off some of their hair."
Look at, he's got a pair of scissors. The guy thinks he's a barber now. Brutus the Barber Beefcake, he wants to be known as.
I was strutting all over the ring.
We're going to talk about strutting and cutting here.
And then cutting.
Remember, it's not whether you win or lose, but how you cut the hair. This is You could see that Eddie had matured, and he was taking strides that made Brutus Beefcake into one of the premier WWF characters.
What are you gonna do when the Barber and Hulkamania run wild on you?
Definitely didn't hurt to be Hulk's friend. And definitely Hulkster helped Brutus out big time.
Anytime they mention Brutus Beefcake, they always mention, "Oh, well, he's Hulk Hogan's best friend." It can help and it can hurt you because of jealousy of the friendship. That's all. That's all it is. Jealousy. I'm Missy Hyatt, the First Lady of Wrestling.
Missy
or
Hyatt.
I like to be called the Walking Riot. And I'm really good friends with Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Whether he was Hogan's best friend, he wouldn't have been in WWE for as long as he was. Unless you draw money for Vince, you're not going to be there.
People could think whatever they want. It didn't matter. I didn't care.
And a slingshot!
I was good at what I did. I was at the top of my game. We had WrestleMania in March, beat Mr. Perfect, and then the next step was SummerSlam, take the belt, boom, and get to where I was supposed to be.
But then Brutus was in a catastrophic accident.
I can picture this like it was yesterday. He was living a nightmare. Nobody knew whether Brutus was going to live or whether Brutus was going to die.
That's terrible. We'll find out when they come back.
If you try vaping.
Wow, Brutus. Okay. A boat accident. Oh, is that what happened? He joined the NWO? No. All right, what's going on, guys? Elvis, Dro, Moxley, Rory, Salad. How you guys doing tonight? We are live. Garrett Light. All right, guys, let's start Dark Side of the Ring trivia tonight. And tonight, the brand new Dark Side of the Ring trivia title is on the line here. This is the new Dark Side of the Ring trivia title. Not like the other one. This is the new one. So let's begin. What's up, Elroy? With the first trivia question of the night. For 100 points, guys. There's 10 questions for 100 points, guys. Which wrestler broke Johnny Lawler's heart? Which wrestler broke Johnny Lawler's heart? According to Viceland. MATTROISE salad? No, I wouldn't do that salad. The king of memorabilia got it. Triple H. The shirt? Triple H. Good job, Rory. So you go up to 100 points. Good job. You gave your 100 points away earlier. Okay, guys, let's do one more question. For 200 points. Next trivia question of the night. All right, here we go. Which wrestler hid behind the mask of Mortis in WCW? Thanks for the likes, guys. Yes, guys, put some likes on the stream. You get 100 points for putting a like on the stream. 100 points. But this question is for 200 points. Which wrestler hid behind the mask of Mortis in WCW? Elvis Costanza got it. Canyon. Good job, Elvis. So with your like points, you go up to 300 points. Who better than Canyon? All right, we're back.
Florida, at the lake house, scene of the crime, where
More
Brutus
trivia next commercial break.
nearly lost his life, man. This was a heck of a party house, guys. There was no other docks. There was not as many houses and stuff as there is. By 1990, Brutus the Barber Beefcake is one of the most popular stars of the WWF.
July 4th, and I had one day off. So I'm going to party like it's the end of the world. We're in the boat. We're going to have a band set up later on the outside in the back, and we're going to party all night.
Mike Hannes, who's a friend of Beefcake's, he had a really fast ski boat, and he liked to take people parasailing around the lake. Everybody was having a great time.
We had just been parasailing for hours. Several people had near catastrophes, so we were actually thanking our lucky stars that nobody's hurt doing the parasailing today, and we're done. And then Brian Blair, the Killer Bee, and his friends, a couple people, came roaring in, and they wanted to parasail.
I wasn't about to go up there because it didn't look like the safest thing in the world to me. But a friend of mine, Tracy, wanted to go up in the parasail.
Mike, he's like, no, we're done. And they wouldn't relent.
Mike finally he's pissed. He said, all right. But at that time, there's no wind to fluff the parachute up.
Beefcake stood in the water above his waist. Myself and another guy named Paul was holding up the parasail. Eddie's responsibility as the rope man is to communicate with the person about to take off in the parasail, and he also has to communicate with the boat driver.
So I'm out in the shallows here, trying to get the people set up there on the grass. We got everybody ready to go. Mike just said, "F it, I'm going," and just took off.
Eddie drops his hand, and as he does, he turns in. And so he's right in Tracy's line of fire, right in her flight path.
She's coming right to the back of my head. It's happening so fast, nobody can even yell, "Look out! Move! Anything!"
As she sees that she's not getting lift, she buckles her knees up to try to clear Eddie's face.
And I turn around just in time to get her knees right in the face. Boom. It hits me so hard that it pulls me out of the water, and I do what's called a gainer, where your feet go over your head first and then come back down. And by the grace of God, I wasn't knocked out. And I'm down, like, trying to get my shit together. Can't see a thing. Can't breathe. And nobody has any clue that I've been mortally injured.
I ran as quick as I could, grabbed him from the water. Everything was shattered from the nose, the cheekbones. His whole upper jaw was sitting on top of his bottom jaw.
That's terrible.
I forced my hand in my mouth. I lift my palate up, saying, "My face was falling off. My face was."
He couldn't speak. He tried to speak, but it was only gurgles coming up from his throat. While we were waiting for the ambulance to drive, I just kept Eddie up and conscious, trying to keep him from falling asleep.
I didn't know anybody could be hurt that bad. And still be alive.
They roll me into the emergency room and they take my blood pressure and realize it's like 200 over 100 or something. Next thing you know, they're yelling, code blue, code red, code purple. Finally x-ray my head and realize that my face is gone. And they have no idea what to do.
It's the 4th of July, then the phone rang. So the guy on the phone said, it's a Brutus Beefcake. He is severely injured and they need your help immediately. I said, Brutus Beefcake? Never heard this name. And then my son yelled, Dad, this is Hulk Hogan's partner. My name is Mutaz Habal, and I am a plastic surgeon. By the time I arrived, I remember I asked, because he was so big, how could somebody smash him like this?
I said, well, Doc, please just kill me, because I'm done. I can't take it another minute. The pain is unbearable.
He was totally fractured. Of course, the first thing we want to determine is that he had a good airway, because if a person cannot breathe well, or there is something obstructing the airway, of course they can pass. But I was more worried about that he may lose vision.
Working over the course of 16 hours, Dr. Habal and his team of specialists reconstruct Brutus's entire face.
It's like building a house, and I really always like to build the house from the stable area to the unstable. A lot of his skull was stable, so I started from the top.
They cut me from ear to ear, across the top of my head, peel my face down and my scalp back, and then using strips of titanium, he's going to rebuild my skull.
The most important thing in the face is where the eyes go, how far they are. Put the eyes in where position, put the nose where he is, and put the upper teeth, the lower teeth, and then we sew the eyelid together so the person will not be able to see for 24 hours at least.
After the surgery, they took me to ICU to in a drug-induced coma, basically, for me to wait for a couple days to see what happened if I kept on living. But I can't see, I can't speak. Everything I had worked 20 years for was gone, and it wasn't coming back.
Yeah, that's terrible. Wow, what a bad accident for Brutus Beefcake. Okay, Rory, I will do a 10-bell salute for the victims. To the bridge victims in Baltimore. Okay, guys, in unison, let's do a 10-bell salute for the victims affected in Baltimore. May their legacies live on in the annals of time. Sorry to hear about that happening. What a shame. All right, guys. Let's play ball. Let's continue with wrestling trivia. Right now, the third question is for 300 points. Here we go, guys. Name this wrestler's real name who legally changed their name to Warrior. This ain't gonna work for me, brother. The American Nightmare. Maroney flushed millions in his toilet? Rorito got it with Hellwig. Hellwig. Good job, Rory. You will go up to 300 points. Let's see if anyone got it on TikTok. What's up, Sean? Okay, Rorito got it on TikTok. All right, Rory, put some likes on the stream. You go up to 400 points on TikTok. Question number 4 is for 400 points. For the next trivia question of the night. All right, here we go. Which manager did Chyna shake like a rag doll when she made her debut in WWF? That's for 400 points. Rorito got it on YouTube and on TikTok. Very impressive. Rory goes up to 700 on YouTube and 700 on TikTok.
He is put into a medically induced coma.
800.
With no guarantees for his survival, doctors contact the one person Brutus can depend on.
Okay.
They said, we need somebody there to talk to him, because if he wakes up and he panics,
girlfriend.
We need to have a familiar voice.
Both of my parents had died within 2 years. I was going through a horrible divorce. I had brothers and sisters and family, but I've been gone for 15, 20 years on the road. So the only person that I was really close to was Hulk.
Concerned about his best friend, Hulk Hogan leaves his pregnant wife in California to be at Brutus's bedside when he wakes up.
They said, look, we can bring him out of this drug-induced coma. We have no idea what's going to happen. Is he going to freak out? Oh, he says, don't worry about it, Brutus. I'm going to take you home to California. We're going to get you better. I don't care what the doctors say. You're going to live.
The only luck thing about for him is the impact was right in the middle of his face, between the eyes. If it was on the right or on the left, he would have lost vision in one of those eyes. Surviving is a miracle. To regain his vision is also a miracle.
Terry was there, talking to him. They walked down the hallway, and Brutus's eyeball fell out. Like, popped out of the socket.
And Hulk's looking at my eyeball popped out and says, oh my God, Doc, we got to get him back.
Eddie's recovery had to be extremely difficult because he had to learn to speak again. He ate liquid for so long because, think about it, you can't chew food. This is a grueling comeback. I know he had a lot of prayer warriors out there. He had a lot of people pulling for him.
Look at the way she's dressed.
Sherry Martel. Sherry Martel and I were friends. So Sherry comes to see me, and the guys are like, you can't react. They're trying to prepare her. So when you see him, you can't react. Because if you do, you might totally freak him out. Door opens. Sherry has like this big stuffed animal and cards and stuff. Takes one look at me and goes, ah! She's just some ghost or something, like screams. First thing they do is like grab her and throw her back out of the room. Like, you trying to kill the poor guy? And she's out in the hallway screaming and crying. Oh my God, oh my God. I was almost laughing. I was like, that was the shit ever. That's real funny shit. It set the tempo, kind of, for me. It's like, I can't feel sorry for myself. Sometimes you don't get the cards you want, but you got to play them anyway. The only thing I hoped for was to at least recover so I could do something. Nobody expected me to ever really come back to wrestling.
I remember he pulled up at my house, and I looked at him, and I go, oh my God. I just felt so bad for him.
As soon as I was able to get back in the gym and start working out, my body responded instantly. It was like magic. I'm with Hulk. We're in California training and getting better and getting better. The doc says you can't wrestle. And I had no intention of wanting to get into the ring and die.
With recovery costs mounting, Hulk ensures that Brutus doesn't go broke.
Doing the movies, I was looking for a new career, hoping for something to come out of this.
I wouldn't look behind me for $1 million.
I hate to say he was carrying Hogan's bags. That's not right. First of all, you have a lot of jealousy. Probably a lot of people glad he got his head knocked off. And that's bullshit.
People look at him like, oh, Beefcake, all he does is carry Hogan's bag, or he carries Hogan's drugs, so if he gets caught, it'll go on to Brutus.
He had his gimmicks in his bag, and, money. He trusted me with his money and everything else.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Eager to get back into wrestling, Vince gives Brutus his own regular interview segment called The Barber Shop.
It's barbershop time, Frank. This is what you've been waiting for. He doesn't look different. You are the ones who are responsible for bringing Brutus the Barber back to the WWF.
Barbershop was fantastic.
Welcome to the barbershop, ladies and gentlemen. The thing you can't buy is heart.
Could have went on and on and on, but the barbershop was destroyed by Sid for WrestleMania 8. That's the way they do things. At WWE, they created it, they destroy it.
With the barbershop having run its course, Brutus is taken off WWF television as Hulk takes a hiatus from wrestling due to the steroid scandal that engulfs the business.
They were counting on me to deliver Hulk to them to be prosecuted, and Vince too. They thought I was going to be their golden goose. Didn't happen. I said, no, none of this shit ever happened. I don't know what anybody's talking about. Help save his ass and Vince McMahon's ass too.
Returning to the WWF in 1993, Hulk Hogan is reunited with Brutus Beefcake as his new tag team partner.
Beefcake had a match for WrestleMania, tagging with Hogan against Ted DiBiase and IRS Mike Rotundo. I was another gift from Hogan.
Irish whip, far side, big knee right to the face.
The idea was, let me see how I feel in the ring. Do I feel like I can do this every day? Because it felt good.
Brutus's comeback is short-lived as he's soon dropped by the WWF and returns to the independent circuit. It's not until Hulk signs a massive contract to join WCW that Brutus gets another opportunity to revive his struggling career.
He came with Hulk Hogan. He was what I refer to as the Hulk Hogan tax. Hulk didn't demand anything, but we had an understanding that if he wanted something bad enough, I had to pay for it. I'm Eric Bischoff, and even though I'm here to talk about Brutus the Barber Beefcake, I'm happy to be here. Everybody in that locker room knew that the only reason Ed Leslie was in that locker room was because of Hulk Hogan.
Favorite wrestler, Stone Cold. All right, guys, let's continue with trivia. This is question number 5, and it is for 500 points for the next trivia question of the night. All right, here we go. This question has 2 answers. Hey, thanks for the follow, Jay. So each answer will get you 500 points. Name a wrestler that they would call gorgeous. Name a wrestler that they would call gorgeous. Fred Fredwood got 1. Fredwood, good job, bro. You go up to 600 points if you put some likes on the stream. All right, King L. Moxley got 1 on YouTube. With George, Gorgeous George. Good job, Moxley. You go up to 700 points. But there's one more person who they would call gorgeous. Besides Gorgeous George. One more person. You guys are getting close. Gorgeous George and someone else was called Gorgeous. Somebody who had a Dark Side of the Ring episode about them. That's for 500 points, so let's not forget you got to spell it correctly. Someone's close. You got to spell it correctly. Garrett got it on YouTube. Good job, Garrett. Garrett, that'll bring you up to 600 points, Garrett. And TikTok, you're very close. Someone's very close. Fredwood, you would have got it, but you misspelled it. Rory spelled it correctly. Gino. Gino Hernandez. All right, we're back from commercial break. More trivia after this.
With the Brutus Beefcake name owned by the WWF, Ed cycles through a number of different characters in WCW.
Butcher, the man with no name, Zodiac, the Booty Man.
The Booty Man.
I was able to become a character. I was able to do it with 4 or 5 different gimmicks. In my mind, that's an amazing feat. It's like being a good actor, like Mel Gibson.
Brutus thinks he's as good as Mel Gibson as an actor? That made me laugh there. That's a good one.
Last night and took it off.
I mean, all them other gimmicks didn't get over at all.
Brutus pretty much conducted himself professionally while he was in WCW, for the most part. I think Brutus was there for the party. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, he was a partier. He was a drinker. And I've been on the back of his motorcycle when we've had one, a couple too many, but I trust him with my life. The day I got fired from WCW, I called him. He actually saved my life because I was getting ready to jump out the window, and he talked me off the ledge. Brutus was the savior. Brutus was the savior. Why do you have to humiliate somebody and give him all these stupid gimmicks? Brutus was treated like shit at WCW.
After the Booty Man and the Butcher and the Man with No Name, Eric Bischoff is basically saying, we can't repackage Beefcake anymore. Oh, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I went home, went to Florida. I spent 2-3 months growing my hair really long, dropping my body fat content to 5%. 45 years old and shredded to the bone.
Wow.
He looked like a god. He looked like something from Grecian times. He was just sexy, sexy, sexy. Sexy. I'm schwitzing over here.
Flew to Atlanta, went to CNN Towers, home of WCW. Hulk says, I gotta introduce you to my new disciple. And oohs and ahs.
Who's this in the ring?
And then he says, oh, did I mention that That's Brutus Beefcake. So I stuck it right up all their asses. Boom. Big, hard, bam, right up the ass with that one.
How about that? Despite his radical transformation, Brutus fizzles out at WCW, but bigger problems await.
He had a money manager that stole all the money and went to like Barbados or something.
Wow.
Stole a lot of Hulks too. You're a millionaire one day, the next day you're selling your house.
I poured everything I had into this home where I planned on living my life out, and now had to sell it. So now my now ex-wife takes my daughter, moves back to Boston where her parents live.
To provide for his family, Brutus makes the difficult choice to move to Boston, taking a job as a toll collector for the Metro Boston Transit Authority.
And it was brutal to have to live in Boston for 12 years in that cold, miserable place.
He was in a bad marriage, living in an attic, worked nights with rats running across his feet.
That was the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life, but I was doing it for my daughter. This particular time, instead of aspirin, I used to have these called BC powder. I don't know if you've even heard of it. You just dump the powder in your mouth and you absorb it real fast. One of my BC powder little packets fell out on the floor. I did my shift, packed up, left. The lady came in, saw this little tiny thing down on the floor, picked it up. When she tried to open it, the powder just went poof.
And she started screaming, anthrax, anthrax. And there was that big anthrax thing. It was like, it was like COVID, And they shut the train station down.
You want the truth? You want me to lie?
No, I want the truth.
It wasn't anthrax. It was cocaine.
If anybody falls on hard times, anybody's got a problem with drugs and addiction, they make those kind of stupid mistakes. Unfortunately, this one scared the hell out of a lot of people.
It's aspirin in a little packet.
You can understand why people would not believe that, right?
Yeah, 100%. But why wasn't he arrested? He wasn't arrested. It was a big embarrassment. They made him go to rehab.
Eventually, when I went back for my review, they fired me. They let me go, which I was extremely happy about.
Out of a job and with his marriage ending, Brutus is forced to reckon with the toll wrestling has taken on his body and his life.
When you're a wrestler on the road 350 days out of the year, your body is beat to shit. Just to get in the ring, 9 out of 10 guys had to take something for the pain.
You take the pill, you have a little drink. It's very habit forming.
I can't do these pills and I can't do this anymore because it's going to take my life. And Missy took me in and gave me a home and a place to live. And she was there at a time that could have went either way.
His friends would give him pills and drag him around to bars and say, we got Brutus Beefcake. Brutus is not a loser like that, but he had a habit. He had a up life, and he was numbing himself. We have weeded out all of the assholes. All of that is gone.
That's terrible. Yeah, drugs, alcohol. It's the same thing. Every show almost. Drugs and alcohol. Alright, guys. Let's continue with the next trivia question. Hey, what's up, Cactus Chris? What's up, bro? How you doing, man? Hey, you guys gotta throw Cactus Chris a follow if you have not already. He's on TikTok. And he does great things over there. He's got a amazing show over there on his channel. So make sure you guys throw him a follow if you guys can. Yeah, it's like the same thing every episode of Dark Side of the Ring. Drugs, alcohol. It's a shame. Oh, anytime, Cactus Chris. Anytime, bro. Anytime. Yeah, we're on YouTube as well. MJ Wrestling Shoots. Yeah, it's no joke. I know, Cactus. It's a shame, man. It's terrible. Well, hopefully you're doing better these days, you know. All right, guys. Next trivia question is question number 6 for 600 points. What was the name of the woman who Superfly, Jimmy Snuka, allegedly unalived? Hey, Cactus Chris, thank you for the chilies, man. Thank you so much for the chilies, bro. Much appreciated. Thank you so much, man. That's for 600 points. Don't forget, you guys spell it correctly. All right, Rorito got it on YouTube. Yeah, he did. Rorito got it on YouTube. Rory, that'll bring you up to 900 points on YouTube. Let's see if anyone got it on TikTok. All right, Rory got it on TikTok as well. Nancy Argentino. Rest in peace, Nancy. So, Rory, you go up to 1,100 points on TikTok. Okay, next question. Hey, thanks for the lightning bolt, bro. Thank you, Cactus Chris. Wow, thank you so much, bro. I much appreciate that, man. Thank you. Wow, that's a lot of lightning, man. Wow. Thank you so much, bro. Wow, that's a lot of lightning bolts, man. Thank you so much. Wow, you sent it. Wow. Oh, I see you, Lisa. What's going on? Wow, you can send me 100 lightning bolts. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, man. Really, Rory? Wow, that's crazy. P. Diddy? Wow, thank you so much, man. Wow! 100 lightning bolts. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you so much, man. Well, let's do one more trivia question before we go back to the action here for 700 points. All right, for 700 points. Actually, the show's back on. We'll come back.
Missy Beefcake. Okay. I don't even know how he proposed to me. He would always say, I want to marry you. You're the love of my life. Nobody's ever done the things for me that you've done.
Wow.
That's really cool.
What would you like? 33 years ago, tonight, you were in the hospital, almost dead. Now look at you. Go ahead, Daddy. Lauren. Lauren, Daddy! Happy 4th of July. Cutie pie. I'm so happy.
She's an amazing woman. She's beautiful, she's smart, she's intelligent, she knows what she wants, and I love that about her. I'm so happy that he found someone that just tickles me to death.
Brutus returns to the wrestling business in 2008, this time with Missy by his side.
We did the Hogan and Friends thing. That was the first time that I met Hogan, but Brian Knobs was right there to tell me, you're not in the fold until Hogan says you're in the fold.
I was working hard and wanted to get back to Florida. All the those years I was there, wanted to go back to Florida.
We visited with Terry, and everything was great. We had a good time. We went out one night. Terry was singing my praises, telling Brutus how wonderful I was and how he was so happy for Brutus. And then we said goodnight, and then the next day we went over to Terry's house, and it was like someone flipped a switch, and he was really cold. And I remember thinking, something happened, something's changed. No. I don't know what set him off, what happened.
Brutus Beefcake, him and I had a falling out. It's got a lot to do with the lady he's married to.
We've heard that the incident between Hulk and Brutus stems from Brutus's new wife, Missy, and Hulk not liking her.
No comment. Hulk is a very great guy and a very good friend, and I can't see him, being mad at you unless you did something.
I don't pry into people's business too much, but, Terry said, I had to write him off. His exact words, I had to write Beefer off, man. He's just too much. I think Beefcake took advantage of Terry. And, you can only have that happen so many times. You can forgive so much, and then you've got to move on.
Were people trying to protect Brutus from you?
No, not in the beginning. Not until they realized that I was a take no shit. Brutus isn't going out working for $300. Not happening. Then I became like the threat, though she's difficult.
I feel bad for Missy because she's been so misunderstood by so many people. I have witnessed the monster, that jealousy is so horrible because she's so beautiful, she's so loving, she's so nice that people hate her guts.
It's hard to have a relationship with someone year after year, 365. You're partying, you're hanging. Every day the phone rang 2, 3, 4 times. They were close. And I know that he misses him.
So where is it at now?
They are not talking.
Ah, it's too bad. They should talk, Alright, guys, let's continue with more trivia. Alright, this is question number 7. And it is for 700 points. 700 points, guys. Which wrestler in the WWF would say, "Mirror, mirror," while looking into a mirror? According to Dark Side of the Ring, of course. A few wrestlers would do it, actually. So I'm going to pick the first wrestler that had it. Cactus Chris got it on TikTok. Cactus Chris, good job, bro. So you go up to 800 points for the likes on the stream as well. Let's see if anyone got it on YouTube. Rorito got it with another one, Poffo. Leaping Lenny Poffo. Leaping Lenny Poffo. Yeah, quite a few would do it, actually. Even Doink the Clown. So, yeah. So, a lot of wrestlers actually did that. So, Roar, you go up to 1,600 on YouTube. All right, question number 8. Question number 8 is for 800 points. Which wrestler would put X-Lax in British Bulldog's hot chocolate as a prank? That's kind of tough. Let's see if anyone can get that. Was next week's episode Harley Race? Harley Race is next week episode? Harley Race?
All right, so we're doing a poster. You got to put a fist up and make a mean look on your face because it can take a couple pictures, all right? Okay, come on.
Awesome. All right, cool. Hey, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
He is doing wonderful. People are always happy to see him.
You got it,
Fans,
Notorious.
they come out, they love Brutus so much, and Brutus
Ain't
makes
got it on
everybody
TikTok
feel
yet.
like he's known them for so long. When he's telling his story, like he's known you forever.
They want to shoot us together.
He went through a horrible accident, and today he's back 100%. That's just a lesson to you and how strong Brutus is. So God bless him.
Valentine, Beefcake.
He was elevated because of the company that he kept. But wrestling's all politics. You got to have talent to stay there. And there's a lot of jealous people in the wrestling industry. I'm happy for every dime, every match that Brutus ever had.
Despite years of strained relations, Hulk Hogan comes through for his friend one more time when he inducts Brutus into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2019.
Please welcome the immortal Hulk Hogan.
Brutus went through some really tough times. I was there when he had a terrible parasailing accident, but he came back and he made Brutus Beefcake larger than life.
What you gonna do?
When Brutus the Barber Beefcake has a haircut just for you. So please welcome Brutus the Barber Beefcake to the 2019 Hall of Fame, brother.
They did you cool. They did you really good. That's the last time you ever saw Hulk Hogan. That's it. This is the last time you guys saw each other.
Hulk and I were best friends and had been friends for years.
I think so.
We could be friends again at the snap of a finger.
How would I know that the guy in the front row heckling all the wrestlers at the Armory in Tampa would become my best friend? You all know him as Hulk Hogan. I love you, brother. Thanks for all the good times and the good times to come. So I must also say thanks to the...
That's what my ambition is, to hopefully be able to shake hands and look him in the eye and say, you know, thanks, buddy, for being my friend and all that we've gone through in our lives. And, you know, I love you. And, well, but like I said before, you get dealt your cards, you got to play them. And I'm perfectly, super duper happy the way it turned out that I got my Missy, my soulmate, to be able to spend my life with.
Hey, that was a good ending for Dark Side of the Ring tonight. Very good ending. But yeah, no, Roy, I think Brutus deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I do. All right, guys, let's continue with trivia. With question number 9 for 900 points. Thanks for the follow, Brenda. According to Bret the Hitman Hart, if you looked up the words party animal in a dictionary, which wrestler would show up? Brutus Beefcake, he had his show, the Barber Shop. Wow, Notorious JP got it. Very impressive, Notorious. That'll bring you up to 1,800 points. Notorious, just like that, you take the lead. Just with those last two questions, you take the lead just like that. And the final question's worth 1,000 points, and that's coming up next. Rory got it on TikTok. Rory, you go up to 1,700. Notorious cheated. That was great, Notorious. Good job, bro. Good job. But the final question is tough. It's 1,000 points. 1,000 points. It's tough. I'm sure someone will get it, but I don't know who. But let me give you the leaderboard, just so you guys know. Notorious is in the lead at 1,800 points on YouTube. Second place is Rory at 1,600. Okay, Rory gave his points to Moxley. 1,600 to Moxley. Okay, so Moxley goes up to 2,800 points. 2,800 points. So he takes the lead. And Garrett is in third place at 1,000 points. 1,000 points. He had the brass knucks. Okay, on TikTok, we have, Moxley has got a commanding lead at 3,700 points. Rory donated his points to Moxley. In second place, we have Cactus Chris at 800, followed by Frederick at 600. So, yeah, it's Garrett gives his points to Moxley, too. So that's 1,000 points. Moxley goes up to 3,800 on YouTube. I think Moxley may take this. The Tuesday night screw job, Notorious. Tosses the knucks out quick and has an innocent look. All right, Moxley's going to win this, but we're going to do the final question just for technicalities anyway. We had a final question last week, too, that we didn't have to do because Moxley won, but we're going to do the final question anyway. The Tuesday night screw job, yeah. All right, this is a tough question. I don't know if anyone's going to get this, but here we go. What was the name of the restaurant that David Arquette treated Nick Gage to discuss their death match at? Now that's a tough question. What's up, Mike Hopper? Oh, he gave his points to Notorious. Okay. So Notorious is up to 1,900. What's up, MJ? You took him to Denny's? Arby's? Good guess, but no. What was the name of the restaurant? McDonald's. No, not it. Applebee's. No. What was the name of the restaurant that David Arquette took Nick Gage to discuss their death match at? Domino's of Jericho. No. Nope. Burger King. Nope. Dollar Tree. Nope. White Castle. Nope. Nope. Good guesses, though. Good guesses. Just think of it. David Arquette's a movie star, right? So he probably took him to an upscale place. Okay, Daddy. Chili's. The French Laundry. No. No. Like I said, this is a very tough question, so I don't know if anyone's going to get this. Burger King. No. Hardee's. Nope. Tavern on the Green. Nope. Nope. Wow, no one got this question. I'm going to give you guys another minute. Let me put a timer on here. I'll give you guys 2 minutes. Let's see if you guys can see it. 2 minutes on the clock here. 2 minutes on the clock. There we go. 2 minutes on the clock. All right, here's the question. Name the restaurant that David Arquette took Nick Gage to discuss their death match. Just think about it. David Arquette, you know, he's in Hollywood, so he probably took him to a fancy place. Not McDonald. You guys got a minute? Some inside baseball. Yeah, some of these questions are pretty tough. The final questions are the toughest. The final questions are the toughest. Let's go, guys. You guys are running out of time. Chuck E. Cheese. Nope. You guys are running out of time here. A minute, right, Frank? Well, I wanted to give you guys the benefit of the doubt. Notorious JP, it was a steakhouse, but what was the name of it? Got 15 seconds. No one got it. No one got it. No one got it. Ruth Chris, that's a good guess, but no. No one got it. The answer was Musso and Frank's. Musso and Frank's. Apparently, it's the most iconic restaurant in LA. Apparently. I don't know. That's what David Arquette said. It's the most iconic restaurant in LA. Musso and Frank's. Musso and Frank's. So Musso with 2 S's. Moxley is a cheering you when you weren't looking. It's all right, you know. Well, King L. Moxley, congratulations. Well, you are the new Dark Side of the Ring Trivia Champion. Congratulations, Moxley. You never heard of that place, Cactus Chris? I never heard of it either. But not until David Arquette mentioned it. In it was like Dark Side of the Ring, an extra. Foreign object, Elijah. Yup. Well, I think, is Moxley going to trash this title? He's trashing the title. He's going to Alundra Blaze it. Moxley, Alundra blazes the Dark Side of the Ring Trivia title. Hey, Elijah, wow, thanks for that lightning bolt. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much, and thanks for the follow, too, bro. Thank you so much, man. Congratulations, and let me play your theme song. Mox is the final boss. He is. On this stream, he is. Mox is the final boss. Oh, Hall of Fame, Cactus Chris. Actually, yes, Moxley was actually in the first round of Hall of Famers on the live stream. Actually, we've had several Hall of Fame classes, actually, on YouTube, and Moxley was a part of the first class, believe it or not. King L. Moxley was. Yeah, for real. I actually made Hall of Fame certificates for these guys, too. So, in fact, let me show you guys. I'm going to bring it. Yeah, let me show you guys. I got it right here. Yeah, see? I got him right over here. Yeah, it's awesome, Roy. See, Hall of Fame. See, this is class of 2021. That's Johnny McCullum. You guys know Johnny McCullum. Yeah, I actually mailed a bunch of these out. These are the unclaimed ones. This is the latest, 2023. Mike Ware. This is the latest class in 2023. We didn't have a 24 class yet. Got the Road Dogg Sparky Bear there. Yeah, so yeah, yeah, it's legit. Some of these I should mail out. I mailed out whichever ones wanted to get mailed out, but I have quite a few that didn't claim them. Yeah, I know. And I give away prizes for every pay-per-view too. So WrestleMania, I'm giving away these 3 pop figures here. So for the top 3 trivia scores, you want to see it again, Danny? Yeah. Yeah, and I have a huge prize coming for SmackDown. A huge prize, the biggest prize I ever given away, is coming for SmackDown. Oh, nice, Cactus Chris. Yeah, man, it's great. You know what? I've been doing giveaways for quite a few years now, and I think it's very beneficial, you know? A house. Like in your house? That's a good idea, but not yet. Maybe a tiny house in the future, but who knows? But no, something very legit, like something wrestling related. So it's definitely tune in for SmackDown to see what's gonna be given away on WrestleMania. It's a huge prize. This year's Hall of Fame is going to be for SummerSlam. So it's just going to be one class for this year, SummerSlam. Winged Eagle, Elijah. It could be along those lines. It could be. I don't want to give it away, but it's a distinct possibility. I got the big gold there too. But I don't want to give away anything, but it's definitely something you got to check out. A date with Sonny on OnlyFans, Rory says. No. The fan do, right? Yeah, man, and they're pretty economical. The prices are, I mean, you could get one on eBay, like for, depending upon who's selling it. I've gotten ones for like $150 before, so it's pretty good. Danny, it's I don't want to give it away, but it could be along those lines. Yeah, this year's Hall of Fame will take place around SummerSlam. Oh, okay, Cactus. So guys, if you guys want to give Cactus Chris a follow, he's going to go live in a few. You're going to go live tonight, Cactus Chris? So, you guys, if you guys find me amusing, you'll definitely find Cactus Chris amusing. I mean, he's very talented with his live stream. So he's going to talk. He talks about wrestling. He talks about different things in wrestling. So make sure you guys throw Cactus Chris a follow. He's cool people. So anytime, Cactus Chris. Yeah. So if you guys want to go over to TikTok now, go over to my live, and you guys on TikTok, yeah, throw Cactus Chris a follow. Yeah, he's a longtime wrestling fan, and he talks about a lot of interesting things. So check him out. I don't know who 1 Minute Man Clips is, but I think it's somebody that used to be on the stream before, so I don't know. I don't know who it is, but autograph from Ronda Rousey, Rory? I don't know. You guys are going to have to tune in to find out. Notorious, yeah. In your house. Well, you got to find out on Friday. Oh, Mike Harper does the same thing on Saturday. He talks about wrestling. So, hey, you guys should follow each other. Everyone should throw each other a follow. You guys are all in on this. So, Mike Harper does it on Saturday. He talks about wrestling. Judgment Day, Mike Harper on YouTube. So, yeah, throw each other a follow if you guys can. Yeah, we're definitely a big wrestling community, Cactus Chris. A huge wrestling community. And, it's, so much to talk about with wrestling. There's just so much. And, it's awesome. Yeah, so Mike Harper does a weekend review podcast live stream. I was able to see a few minutes of it before, Mike Harper. Yeah, you do good in those. Yeah, keep up the good work, bro. Oh, you see, so Cactus, he doesn't hide anything on his live streams. Omero, I think The Rock, he imposed his will on Cody, man, and he made Cody look a little weak, I gotta be honest, and I hope Cody can recover from it. But he took a beating, man. All right, guys, we're going to end the stream with, let's talk about that, right? It's a good thing to talk about, Cactus. Let me play Moxley's theme song, though.
Wednesday nights I get to stay up late, which Kenny Hey, mama, need to watch.
Congratulations to Moxley tonight.
I'm in the key demo. Meltzer says I'm in the key demo. Yeah.
Punk plugged cornet, right? Number 48. Oh, my Carver. That's awesome, bro.
In my mom's basement, I steal her Wi-Fi and I pay no rent. Hey,
You mentioned both? Wow.
We've got indie stars drop back from wrestling.
The Rock is a good heel, Garrett.
Like Joe Janela at the top of the card. He trained himself in his own backyard.
Oh, yeah, Moxley trashed it already. All right, you too, Cactus Chris. Have a good night, bro. I'll see you on your stream if you're going on. Congratulations, Moxley. Very impressive, bro. All right, well, Cactus Chris, he's going to go live with sometime tonight. So, thanks for the likes, guys. Much appreciated. Hey, what's up, LaFaded? What's up, bro? How you doing, man? LaFaded, you know, Cactus Chris, this guy's a lifelong wrestling fan as well. And he talks about wrestling, too, on his channel. If you want to throw him a follow too, LaFaded, yeah, he goes live on his channel as well. Yeah, LaFaded, you guys want to check out LaFaded? LaFaded, he does live streams too, and oh, you just did? Oh, nice. Yeah, Cactus Chris, LaFaded does live streams as well on his channel, so he's got a good following as well. And I think I saw AEW Revolution. I think LaFaded was streaming Revolution on his channel before, and I think that's why I first saw LaFaded. What's up, Kurt? How you doing, bro? But yeah, it's definitely cool, you know, to link up with other wrestling fans. Yeah, LaFayette, you do keto as well? Hey, thanks for the share, Kurt. Thanks, bro. Thank you so much. Oh, carnivore. Yeah, I did carnivore for 30 days. Very good, Roy. Oh, thanks for the lightning bolt, bro. Thank you. Thank you so much, LaFaded. I appreciate that, bro. I did carnivore for 30 days. I did a video about that. What's up, Newark? It was okay, but, you know, I lost some weight on it, but I definitely was missing, like, fruit and vegetables. I missed them. And, yeah, it got kind of boring after, like, 10 days or so, but I still stuck with it. But it was tough, yeah, to stick with it, just eating meat. But you'll definitely lose weight on it. I lost like almost like 6 pounds in 30 days, which isn't a lot, but my face got thinner, and yeah, I lost some weight on it, but. Yeah, it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. I was happy to go back on keto, because on keto you can have fruit and vegetables pretty much. Like, yeah, right. But yeah, it's definitely. You know, it'll work out though. It'll do what you want it to do though, if you stay consistent with it. But it's tough. Fruit and veggies, yeah. I mean, yeah. That's like keto. You know, do some fruit and veggies. With the meat. Yeah, Garrett, I lost a few pounds on it, but, you know, again, I couldn't wait to go back on keto. You know, it was tough. It was tough. Calvert, thanks for the follow, bro. But yeah, it was tough. If you want to check out my vlog, oh, that's awesome, Roy. Yeah, that taker pop is legit, man. That's legit taker pop. I mean, I'm giving away an Ultimate Warrior pop, Hall of Fame pop for WrestleMania Night 2. Yeah, I made a vlog about my 30-day experience on carnivore. It's on my YouTube channel, Keto and Wrestling. If you want to check that out. What's up, Carlos? But yeah, it was tough. It was tough. But all right, guys. I want to thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you all be safe and be well, and I'll catch you guys next time on the live stream. I'll be live for SmackDown. Hey, LaFaded, thanks for the roses, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, man. Tambra Ann, thanks for the follow. Good night, Danny. Good night, Garrett. Roy, hey, you know, you can always jump right back in, even though you're retired. Good night, Mike Hopper. Yeah, I'm going to do SmackDown on Friday on YouTube and TikTok. And I'm going to reveal the biggest prize I've ever given away. Ever given away. NXT stream? Yeah, my brother streamed NXT tonight on YouTube. MJ Wrestling Shoots. That's my brother and myself, our channel. So he streamed it on this channel. So he did NXT, and then I did Dark Side of the Ring right after. No, I should be available for SmackDown this week. I should be. Thanks for the follow. The main event of NXT, I didn't see NXT. My brother, he was streaming it. I didn't see NXT tonight, but I could ask him. I think it was a tag match with Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin against the Alpha Academy, if I'm not mistaken. William, we just finished Dark Side of the Ring. We were streaming Dark Side of the Ring, and we did wrestling trivia as well. But I'm about to wrap it up right now. But I'll be back for SmackDown. Yeah, I'll be back for SmackDown. Hope you guys have a great night tonight. Be safe and be well. Yeah, Moxley, I couldn't get on the live stream. Yeah, Brutus Beefcake, LaFaded. Yeah, that was tonight. It was a pretty good Dark Side of the Ring. It was pretty good tonight. Yeah, it was pretty good. And it had a good story tonight. It had a happy ending, too. Which most of Dark Side of the Ring doesn't. Oh, Dijak versus Shawn Spears. That was the main event, Roy? On NXT? Yeah, Moxley, it wouldn't let me... It wouldn't let me get on it wouldn't let me get on at first. That's why I was a few minutes late tonight. So next time I got to tell him to end the stream even a little earlier. All right, guys. Have a great night. Oh, really? A 3-part video package with Trick and Mello. Mike Harper says, oh, nice. The Wolf Dogs versus Alpha Academy was the main event. All right, LaFaded, be safe, be well, bro. Thanks again, man, for your generous donation, man. I much appreciate it. Thank you. And I'll catch you next time on the live stream. Or I'll catch you on your stream too, LaFaded. Have a great night, guys. MATTROISE signing out. Be safe, be well. Adios. Let me see if you're saying Cactus Chris is live. Oh, he's live. Let me see if I can share it.
It was poignant, you know. The blood mattered. People are talking about it. As soon as it was over, when I opened up YouTube, it was right there. People were talking about it anywhere I went. So that was.
Yeah, Cactus Chris is live. Let me see if I can share it out on this channel. See if I can share it out on this channel. See if I can share it out on. There we go. Yeah, I just shared it. That's Cactus Chris, guys. All right, so I'm powering down, but check out that live stream. It's on TikTok, Cactus Chris. I'm going to check it out too. All right, have a great night, guys. Be safe, be well. MATTROISE signing out. Good night, everybody.